when we were talking to Marina yesterday, she said she feels no one in this division has been willing to strike with her yet, and she thinks you'll ultimately be trying to wrestle her and take her down. Do you see, her striking as being particularly special or anything like that? Like, she seems to feel no one wants to stand with her.
I mean, she's not the first striker I've fought. The first one that I fought was Joanne Calderwood, and that was in her backyard. That was my last co-main event show, and actually most of the fight was standing. Not many of it was takedowns. So, we're just gonna see how the fight plays out. I haven't really even seen her yet. This whole fight weeks, I haven't sized her up, but we're prepared. Luckily, like I said, we had 6 weeks out, and she's not the first tall opponent I fought. I feel like for her, she may feel that way because she fought everybody that was like this tall, and so the only other person she had was Random Marcos, who she had like a draw with. So, she can think whatever she wants to think.
Is that like a bit of psychological warfare maybe on her side? She puts that out there, maybe you hear it, and it adjusts or changes how you fight?
No, I mean, there's no secret. If you watch our fights, like she's a striker. She likes to strike. She comes from a gym called Thai Brazil. So, she does striking. So, for me, of course, I train with Team Alpha Male. What do? We wrestle there. So, there's no secret. Of course, it's going to be one of where her strengths is striking and my strengths are grappling. But I've been in Thailand for like the past, for like 9 weeks, and so, when the opponent changed to Marina, I was already in the perfect place to get ready for her. So it all works out, I don't really even, I haven't really even seen too much of her personality either, so I'm not sure whether she's trying to do any mental warfare or not. So
I know one of your coaches had gone back over to Thailand, but is this your time training over there? Or?
One of my coaches?
Master Tong? Or?
Oh, Master Tong, yes. He's got his own gym over there in Bangkok. So I was trying to bring him out here with me to be in my corner. But unfortunately, we couldn't get his visa approved, so he'll be there in spirit. Who knows if maybe they'll let him FaceTime while he's in the corner. Thailand was a great experience. Originally, it was only supposed to be about 2 weeks, and then it turned into about 9 weeks because I really enjoy the fight camp over there. They have so many training partners over there, and of course the coaches, George Hickman and Frank Hickman are doing a great job with the MMA program, and my head coach Justin Buckles is the one that originally told me to go to Tiger Muay Thai and start my fight camp over there. So everything just kind of got put together and fell into place, and it was a good fight camp.
Did you ever find out the reason why the visa was rejected, or?
I'm not sure. I know he had an appointment like right after I left. He was supposed to make. I think it's just he had overstayed. He had already overstayed his first visa when he was in America. So I'm not sure exactly the details as to why they said they denied him. So. It's all good. We're still going to keep trying.
You had some strong words about Paige Van Zandt leading up to this fight. She obviously has a big, passionate fan base and everything. Did you get a lot of pushback for those comments?
I definitely did. But at this point, I'm pretty much just done giving her attention because it's just pointless. I mean, I don't really care to talk about that no more. She's pretty much getting what she wants by continuing to. I feel like they keep interviewing me about it and nonstop, and that's all we see. And we're on 2 different journeys, 2 different levels. So we shouldn't even be talking in the same sentence, honestly.
When you say pushback, just last thing on this. When you say pushback, what kind of pushback did you get?
Pushback from?
From bringing up her name. Did people
it was the same. It was just a little bit, here and there. It's different when people have their opinion when they don't really know. I know her very well. I know Paige Van Zandt very well. We used to live together. So there's a lot of people out there that want to put their 2 cents in and all this stuff, and so it's just kind of I don't want it to get more blown out, more out of proportion than it needs to be. It is what it is. So yeah.
Have you given consideration for one of the matchups that was? I realize you have a fight this weekend that you're focused on, but there was a little bit of talk about let's get Suarez and Cynthia together.
Yeah.
And now she's sort of just on ice now. I realize you're not really concerned about it in that sense, but I don't know. Would that have been a fight that you would have been?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think you had said the Paige you weren't interested in. You were looking for the very best.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. The only reason why I brought Paige is because she had tagged me, doing a call out, and I had just responded, And so that was the only reason. But my interest is fighting the best in the world, in the top 10. And I think Tatiana was one of the toughest ones. She's undefeated. You know, I even went up to her after her last fight in Chicago there, and I told her it'd be an honor to share the cage with you. You know, great performance. But you know, all the women up there, you know, want to fight Wei Li. I want to fight, you know, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. You know, I want to fight the best. And I think that, you know, as long as, you know, I keep fighting and I stay fighting actively, you know, my last 2 years I haven't been very active, so I feel that's why I've been like just riding down there, not like how I had my first year where I was just banging them out. Like I had, you know, my first year of being a professional, I had 6 fights in a year. My second year was 1 fight. This year it's 2 fights. So it's been very, very slow, but so it's, you know, it's my time's coming again to catch that wave and, you know, hopefully, you know, get a title shot next year.
Any rhyme or reason for why you were like, well, wasn't the 6 in 1 year partly from regional fights too?
3 of them were, actually no, 2 of them were out, and then 5 of them were in the UFC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so like, I realize there's some other
Or
factors.
4 in the UFC.
I realize there were some other factors related to being unable to compete, but like beyond that, is there any rhyme or reason about how often you get the call?
No, honestly, it was I fractured my foot. I was supposed to fight in Sacramento, and it was just these injuries that were lingering. I had a tear in my shoulder after the Courtney Casey fight in February, so I had to wait a little bit. And we're like, okay, Sacramento's coming to my hometown. Let's do Sacramento on my birthday. And then boom, 6 weeks out, I fractured my foot sparring, so I had to sit out, and so that's why it's been just kind of lingering, you know. So it's just one of those things, you know, in your career, in your path that, you know, you have times like that where you're going to question, you know, it's going to get slowed down and, you know, it's, even if you don't want it. But I feel like I did a lot growing and it's going to, you know, I'm mentally and physically just the strongest I've ever been. And I'm just ready. I'm ready to get in there and have people start talking about me again.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.